Hello, ladies and germs. It's another episode of the Out for Smokes podcast. It is July 3rd, 2024. It's tomorrow. We're going to celebrate our country's Independence Day. We're wishing all of you a happy Independence Day. Unless you're a communist, and then happy wine on happy wine on social media day. Apparently, you can't enjoy a can I curse? A gosh darn hot dog. Apparently, you can't enjoy a gosh darn hot dog because, you know.
They're saying that?
Yeah, some people are saying that here and there.
Sean, you celebrate?
The 4th of July, yeah.
You wear red, white, and blue?
That's right, yeah. Go swimming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, take that, libtards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Settler colonialism. How about that game yesterday? That's crazy. If anybody hits you with the settler colonialism, just talk about sports.
That word gives me so much anxiety because I know I'm going to be asked to define it, and I don't know what it means.
It is like it is a term with a definition, which like a lot of the wokeness stuff is just nonsense, you know, like id poll and all that, or like indigenous people, for example. It's a question of like, when do you stop the clock? Like there was so much migration in, you know, human history from out of Africa, so much settlement, so much displacement and extirpation of natives.
Right.
So it's like, when do you want to stop the clock? And I agree, in the modern era, we should stop the clock. There shouldn't be, you know, a settler colonial project like Israel exterminating the Palestinians and taking their land. But settler colonialism, unlike some of these other terms, it does have a definition where it's like, yeah, you can say the European powers, they colonized different countries, but they also settled and colonized different countries.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also just something where...
But what's the difference between settling and colonizing? Wait, I think I know the answer.
Sure.
Settling is when you live there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and colonizing is just when you stop in.
Right.
And
like
go,
the British colonized India and they took all the wealth, like trillions of dollars, depending on the estimates.
But they weren't like, oh, let's have a summer home here.
No, they're like, we like the rain.
Yeah.
We like shitty weather.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but so it's like it has a real definition. It's just people want to be very annoying about it when you get the day off work.
For sure.
Which is all I care about.
Yeah.
You know, people are annoying about the right wingers are annoying about Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't care.
Yeah.
I get the day off. Yeah. Thank you, wokeness. Thank you, settler colonialism, for not having me work tomorrow.
Now, do you have tomorrow off?
Yeah, I have tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you get like a little 4-day weekend.
Well, I have to take my own time to take off Friday, but I'm going to do that.
Ugh.
Taking a little 4-day weekend.
Wait, they would make you go back just on Friday?
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
So just one day in the middle of the week?
Settler colonialism didn't win hard enough.
Yeah.
I should get 2 days for the 4th.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, wokeness is fighting back.
I just have anxiety where someone's going to be like, what does settler colonialism mean to you? And I just freeze up.
Right.
You know? Because I know what these words mean in my heart. I just can't articulate them. I was on B and Ian, and I said, Ian's a little bit of a reactionary. And Ian goes, what does that mean? And I go, hold on. Like I said, hold on one sec. All right. Wait, I know what it means. So, yeah. But anyway, this is it's the free episode we're doing first. We got T-shirts available. I'm about to close the orders on the T-shirts. So if you want your beautiful this year's beautiful limited edition Out for Smokes T-shirt, that's the T-shirt right there. Throw that up on the screen. Isn't that beautiful? Send your order to ofsshirts@gmail.com. We got a good amount of orders. We got very many orders. Not too many though. Not like everyone's gonna be wearing it.
So
You're
why are you
gonna
gonna stop letting orders happen? Because it's like part of selling.
Because I feel like I want to do like a one and done.
Okay.
I don't want to I can't have boxes of T-shirts in my house.
That's true.
My wife will go ape shit. She'll get very upset.
Oh, by the way, your son is still on
I
call.
know. He FaceTimed me and I didn't want to like not answer the phone.
Yeah, this entire episode, Ben's just been FaceTiming his father, staring at him to a podcast. What's up, Ben? How are you?
Benny, what's up?
I miss you, Daddy.
Wow.
Gay.
The little kid says that in Pet Cemetery.
He does?
Yeah. When he gets in the house, right? He's like, Gage? And he's like, Daddy.
Yeah.
Now, if your kid got buried if your kid died, you buried him in the pet cemetery and he came back, why not just keep him tied up in the house? I mean, he'll be evil, but at least you get your kid back.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Well,
isn't that how the second one ends, or does the first one end like one of them tries to have sex with they just go whatever, like they bury their dead wife and she comes back and he knows she's gonna kill him if he goes near her, but he's like, I need that.
Mm.
I need that shit.
He's like, yeah, nothing like head from my wife.
You're like,
Yeah.
Your wife dies and you bury her just so she can blow you again.
you're like,
Yeah.
damn, I knew my undead wife was evil when she tried anal for the first time. Wow, my evil wife is so much cooler.
You bury your wife and she comes back and fucks everybody in the neighborhood. What did I do?
Honey, I thought you were just having anal sex with me, not the entire cul-de-sac. Or what about this? You find out that your neighbor's wife died. He buried her in the pet cemetery, and she comes back, and she's letting him stick it in her ass.
Right.
So you kill your wife, bury her in the pet cemetery, and then you finally get to fuck her in the ass.
She sticks it in your ass. You
She's-
go,
yeah,
hey, what
yeah.
the hell?
She's like, it's different for every woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same with...
Your neighbors are like, Mike, I didn't support you burying your dead wife in the evil pet cemetery, but now that she's back, I think you had a point. My son lost his virginity to your evil wife. Your evil undead wife had anal sex with my son.
Well, Mike, you sure convinced me that burying your wife in the pet cemetery was a good idea. Because now she's having anal sex with the entire 4th of July party.
You guys read that book?
Yeah. No, I don't really read books, number one, but I also, the Stephen King novels are so big.
Yeah.
How long is
Yeah,
Pet
they're fat.
Cemetery?
They're fat.
Several hundred pages. I read it
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
The only, I remember vague details, but I remember, I think it's his undead wife that comes back or
Yeah.
whatever. And then she's talking about how she liked to get fucked in the ass by neighbors or something.
Wait,
liked
she
it in
really
the ass.
does.
Yeah. Or I don't even know who, off the top of my head, I can't even recall who's buried.
Okay.
But he's
Yeah.
but the evil version who comes back is talking about how his dead wife liked to get fucked in the ass by the neighbors. She liked it
We
in the
just
ass.
pitched what Stephen King wrote, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
See, what I would do is I
shit.
would fake my death, go say that my wife buried me in the pet cemetery, come back with makeup on, and then I could finally live truthfully as a gay man. I'd be like, no, it's the evil version of me.
It's like, okay, if you're a cuck, your evil wife comes back and is like, I don't like getting fucked in the ass by the neighbors.
Yeah.
I'm totally monogamous.
Wait a minute, my wife's kind of a whore now, so I can't imagine how much of a whore she'll be after she gets buried in the pet cemetery. I was at Barnes & Noble today. I saw a Dinesh D'Souza book. It was called The End of Racism.
You
How
know,
many pages
That guy cheated on his wife.
did he?
Yeah, his, I found this girl's Facebook page a long time ago, but he was like, Dinesh D'Souza was convicted for doing straw donations.
Yeah.
You know, he would make political donations on behalf of other people. Illegal. Do not do that. But he was having an affair, I believe related to this, like she was part of the scheme or whatever, with this gorgeous Indian woman who I remember I did enough digging and I did add her on Facebook and she liked one of my statuses.
Okay.
But she didn't accept my friend request.
Okay.
But that was the end of it. And I was just like, damn, I guess being a politics nerd isn't all bad.
Yeah.
Because I guess they went to some conservative college together and he told people that she was his wife or something like that. Because, you know, you wouldn't, if you're a conservative commentator, you don't want to just have a random young woman around. But she was having an affair too. But yeah, her white husband got alphaed by Dinesh D'Souza.
I don't know who this guy is.
This conservative Indian guy who he made all those documentaries about Hillary's America and stuff. About how the Democrats actually really were the ones who did slavery.
Yeah.
And they're the real racists and the real Nazis.
Well, the book was called The End of Racism. It was over 500 pages. It was this big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, boys, we got a lot to get into today on this episode. What is going on? We got Biden's being pressured to drop out.
That's right. There is a CIA color revolution against the democratically elected president of America going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
They are trying to coup the second Irish president.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
tough
is what
for
it
you,
is.
right?
You're right. I didn't think of it like
That must
that.
be tough for you guys.
This is bullshit, man.
Well, at least they let one of you guys become president.
It's true.
If an Italian president even tried the run, they'd put a bullet in his head.
Right. They'd have a bunch of fake accusers come forward and sabotage his term as governor of New York.
Exactly.
I feel like every 2 days they have a whole new story and approach, and then after 2 days the approach fails and they come up with a new one. So after the debate, it was well, he tells the truth, and then that lasted for 2 days.
Yeah.
And then there was 2 days of his wife's a bitch. Did you see that?
No.
The whole thing was it's
She's
his
making
wife's
him do
fault.
it.
She's making him stay in.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that he's got to go, and she's not even letting people get near him.
Mm-hmm.
And now the story is, hey, Kamala's pretty cool.
Hmm.
And now, but today he told someone he's staying, right? And
So there's a story today that Joe Biden privately told someone he's considering dropping out, but today he had an all-hands meeting, like with all the staffers, and says, I'm still in it. So it's like, we don't really know. I assume he's still in. It's like...
He's like, I need all hands to wipe my ass right now.
yeah, what if he's just breaking down, and so all these contradictory meetings are him just not knowing what he's saying to all these
But
people?
it's like they're going to say publicly that he's not dropping out until the exact moment he does. And he is indicating privately he's considering it. And almost certainly if he does it, it'll be Kamala, because the way the fundraising works is like they've raised all these hundreds of millions of dollars for the Biden-Harris campaign. Harris can still spend that money. If it's someone else, then they have to go through like litigation to get all their money.
Mm-hmm.
So President Kamala.
and
yeah.
then who?
She's not great.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be unfortunate for everyone who depends on a Xanax prescription, because they're all going to get VIP shipped to the White House.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, it is pretty fascinating what we're going through right now. Everyone kind of realizing at once this thing that we've all been saying for 4 years, but
Yeah.
Yeah, they're flubbing. It feels like it's all just kind of part of the plan.
that's what I wanted to say. Jill Biden being evil. I just saw someone on Twitter posted that she did an event, like a panel with Jill Biden, and Jill Biden's request was she didn't want any awkward silences.
Whoa.
Like
Okay.
that was what she specifically told the organizers.
That's a very nervous person.
Yeah.
They just have a clown come in and just shoot confetti out of his ass.
She was like, I was listening to the Out for Smokes podcast, and I'd like to avoid anything like what I heard there.
Awkward silences.
Come on, it's the summer.
Baby, 4th of July. Are you cooking tomorrow? You have a whole bag of. You have a cooler.
I
you
want
brought
to,
a
yeah.
cooler here.
This is my. These are my winter clothes to go to my mother's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't want them in my house anymore.
Your ISIS shirt is in there.
My ISIS shirt is in there. Yeah. My wife's hijab.
And you're going to your mom's for.
Yeah, I think so.
And what about Deb?
What's the point? She's coming too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we don't have we just got rid of our car.
Yeah.
Our lease was up, so we're taking New Jersey Transit back and forth now, and it's kind of not great public transportation. I love the subway. The subway's fine, but getting out of the city. We did it a couple weeks ago. It was a real nightmare.
Have you ever driven like a modern car, one that came out in the last 5 years? Like when you rent a car when you go.
Yeah,
on
the
road
car
or
that.
something.
Have I ever driven a modern? No, actually.
Like in the last 5 years, dude. I never drove a
can't-
Tesla. I don't. Eventually,
I can't
it's
drive
gonna
a
be
car
like,
from
what? You never
before
drove a Tesla?
1998. Actually,
I'm
It's
saying
in my
there's a
contract.
difference between even 2015 cars
Uh-huh.
and 2020 cars.
What? How?
These newer cars are the future.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how anyone who doesn't have a newer car doesn't feel like they've won at life. They ride so smoothly. I would live in it. I wouldn't have a house if I had some of these cars. They're all amazing.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Plug
Like
it
a
in your
giant
phone.
phone on the front,
Well, plug it in your phone to that screen is not being able to
yeah,
touch the
I'm
screen.
calling it a phone, but
That's
it's a
really
touch
nice.
screen, yeah.
It's a touch screen, yeah.
But it looks
But
like our
goes-
phone.
You operate your phone through
You go on
that.
Instagram on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go on.
You listen to podcasts and the picture comes up on the screen while you're trying, like all these crazy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can go on Twitter and.
Yeah. You
Yep.
can record on TikTok the 3-year-old you're running over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can go live.
No, but the newer cars
Just
don't
put
run
eyes
the
right
kids
here.
over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the brakes fail or whatever.
No, is that true?
Until they figure
Just
those
you know
out.
what? Just that backup camera is like a complete game.
It's
changer.
the best.
It's the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even now they have this mirror. What do you call that? The rear view mirror.
Yeah.
It's not even a mirror anymore. It's
No?
it's all a camera. That's also a camera.
It is?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be
I don't know.
Are you sure?
As I say that, I
you
sound
sure?
wrong, but I swear it's a camera. Unless
would it
it's
have to
so
be a-
clear that it looked like a TV to me, and I'm used to mine being dirty. I was in one the
What's
other
wrong
day.
with
I'm
your
pretty
vision that you-
positive that was a camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rear view was a camera. Maybe. Something like that.
Wait, Scott, why would it be a camera if a mirror is just a piece of glass?
I know.
Okay.
Look,
Wouldn't
as
it
I'm
be so much
saying it,
more-
it sounds crazy. This thing was a camera. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
And it had a cooler in it, this car. Had a
I believe
cooler.
it.
And it was just a car.
Uh-huh.
A cooler.
Yeah. Why can't you just put a cooler in your car?
I agree completely.
But it was like powered or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a functioning cooler. Yeah.
It's a little too much.
You would think, but then you sit in it and you go, oh, this is life now.
Uh-huh.
And they're living so much better than us. The discussion of
Wait,
like...
what kind of car was it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. This one that I was in that had the cooler, my sister had rented, and I just sat in it for 10 minutes
What if
last weekend.
you bury your gas guzzling car in the pet cemetery and it comes back as a gay electric car? It comes back as a Tesla. Your Hummer, your good, virtuous Hummer in Stephen King's Pet Cemetery comes back as an Elon Musk Cybertruck.
And you try to drive through a protest and it refuses.
You try to do donuts on a painted street.
on a gay pride street and it won't let you.
Your evil car refuses to run over Black Lives Matter.
No, I
protesters.
will not. That is a hate crime. No, I will not drive through the protest. And I don't have a gender.
It unlocks your
My
doors
name isn't Steven anymore.
in dangerous neighborhoods. It unlocks your doors. It rolls your windows down.
I am unlocking your doors because that is racist.
Wow, what a diverse neighborhood.
Stick your head out. Why don't you?
What a beautiful diverse. Aren't we so lucky to live in America? Hello. Look at those teenagers over there. just enjoying life.
No, the route through South Central is faster. We are going to stop at this red light at 2 a.m. It is the law. You cannot run a red light.
What are you afraid of? It's a good running bit. The liberal.
Oh, hey, the
liberal
Supreme
car.
Court decision. I will gladly drop it if you guys don't know what it's about, because I am not quite sure what is going on with it.
Yeah.
But the president has more power now.
Is immunity for official acts.
And also, I don't want you guys to think that we don't prepare the show, okay? I allotted maybe 3 to 4 hours today to read some articles about everything. I just have a trouble, finding the information and retaining it and putting it on notes or anything.
Yeah, all my free time I've just been falling asleep and waking up on my couch confused. So
Yeah.
sorry about that.
I know, it's so hard to read
I was supposed to
articles.
record my wrestling
So hard.
podcast this afternoon, and I just woke up to people being like, "Where are you?" Like, well,
Okay.
sorry guys.
Okay.
So at least I made it to this one. Okay.
Yeah. But I did read one Al Jazeera think piece today, and they said that, okay, well, the president is immune from domestic laws, but he's also been immune from international laws, as he's overseen the slaughter of millions of Arabs around the world.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's something to think about.
Well, I mean, it is important what the Supreme Court said, but you have to remember the way the presidency's been set up after 9/11 is like that was Dick Cheney's entire thing was like nothing. I mean, that's the Nixon quote. Nothing. If the president does it, it's not illegal. But Dick Cheney seriously believed that, and after 9/11, they implemented that. There are all sorts of classified executive orders that are related to the post 9/11 state of emergency that is renewed every year by every president since 9/11. We are still in a federal state of emergency. That's a big thing they did after Watergate was the Congress passed a law that said it is mandatory that the Congress review federal states of emergency every year. They haven't done it. They've had no review of the 9/11 state of emergency. Peter Dale Scott actually talked to his congressman and tried to get him to do that because it's not optional. They have to. That's the law. And he couldn't get anything going on it. And they believe the reason is because whatever these classified executive orders that Bush issued and Obama upheld and such, whatever these classified executive orders are, changed the law. So the post 9/11 presidency is completely unaccountable. And that's the entire basis of the empire, because they have to go and overthrow Libya and Gaddafi, they have to, you know, bomb whoever. They need to be able to do that because the entire U.S. empire is based on that, and they need the people in the executive branch to be willing to go do that. And the only reason they'd be willing to do that is if they know they're not going to be held accountable for that. So I don't think I think it's more of a de jure rather than de facto change. Like, I think this was kind of already where we were at, but it, you know, it's like, yeah, people say, okay, they in hindsight legalized Watergate or whatever, and maybe, but you know, stuff like Iran-Contra was far worse than Watergate, and nobody was held accountable. And Dick Cheney was running a black ops death squad out of the vice president's office. Seymour Hersh reported that towards the end of the Bush administration.
That's how they got Pat Tillman, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes,
Yeah.
it's probably how they killed what's his name, the senator. Paul Wellstone. I mean, you know, that's me going out there, but yeah, I do believe Dick Cheney had Paul Wellstone assassinated.
Right.
But the point of all that is, like, regardless of who they were killing, they killed, you know, several hundred people. We have no idea who they fucking killed. The vice president just checked names on a list, and then Delta Force operators or private mercs went and killed them. We have no idea who they killed. No review. This is completely illegal under federal law, completely unconstitutional. You know, blah, 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 blah. Obama killed U.S. citizens, too. And it's like, so, you know, I don't want to understate the importance of the Supreme Court, but it's just the system as it's currently set up has to protect the executive. It has to say these things that you're doing you don't have to worry about being prosecuted for them, because that's how the empire continues. That's how we've set up the post 9/11 U.S. government and presidency. Like, right. I mean, I just think, like, people who get all freaked out about our democracy being over, like, it's been over since 9/11. Everything they still give us are just kind of the trappings, the you know, the pretend, the make believe. It's like when the Romans, you know, Augustus took over, and they kept the Roman Senate, but it just didn't have any power anymore. And that's how kind of democracy works in America now. Like, at least, you know, here we can say whatever we want, but we don't have any input into the process. And if we ever did become a threat, like, they would stop playing nice overnight, and they're already starting to do that. So it's just kind of like the Supreme Court, I think, is just kind of embodies a trend that that was already kind of de facto put in place post 9/11.
Let me ask you this: if you could make any one person the supreme dictator of America, who would you pick?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I'll tell you who I think. I think I would pick Suki's mom from Twitter. I just want to see what she does.
I love that she's just anti-Semitic.
Is
I
she?
unfollowed
No, come
her.
on, is she?
Well, I don't actually know her. I unfollowed her because she was kind of annoying, and then she was like posting stuff about Jews that all my Jewish friends were getting upset about. I'm like, you know, I should give her another chance.
Wait, what was she? Wait, what?
Oh, because she, you know, there's like a thing going around about Jews are like different from Christians and Muslims because most Muslims don't support ISIS, but most Jews do support Israel, which, like, hell, I'm not going to say it's wrong, but...
Okay, so you're not going to say it's wrong, so why won't you stand by our queen?
If she follows me back, maybe.
Yeah. She did follow me for a time, and then she unfollowed. I don't know what. I must have tweeted something misogynistic or whatever. But I kind of would like to see what she does. But it's funny because I think I'm starting to see some people now being like, it's not just... I'm seeing people say stuff like it's not just a separation of anti-Zionism and anti-Judaism, and they're sort of asserting that, like, Zionism and Judaism are sort of the same thing, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't want to think that it is.
Well,
I don't think
not.
it is. Yeah.
No, I don't think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
I like that we had these...
I think if you go, like, technical with the religion, that's like any religion, right? It's like you think you're better than it. You think I'm going here and because I don't believe this, I'm going to hell. Like, anyone can break it down like that if you go, do you sternly believe your religion? So you could go, that's hateful. You think I'm going to hell? Like, you could say it like that.
Yeah.
But no, Judaism isn't Zionism.
Yeah.
No.
So
well, it's like...
chill out in this area.
A lot of the Jewish...
Mike.
A lot of the Jewish institutions, just like regular religious schools or whatever, do promote Israel, you know, and promote birthright and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just like the project of Israel is heavily linked into the American Jewish experience.
Right.
But, you know, it's like obviously all the Jewish people I know and hang out with are anti-Israel. And then there's other sellout comedians who seem to be doing pretty well
Yeah.
for their support of a completely horrific nightmare in the 21st century.
We're doing pretty well, though.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
But yeah, all right. I'm glad we cleared that up.
Yeah. It's important we take
Did
a
you
moment.
pick a supreme leader?
Oh, Jesse Ventura.
Hell
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
let's
good one.
go.
Yeah.
I like that. He's already had power. We saw what he could do with it. He didn't fail.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. He was a governor
And
of
he'll
where,
give us
Minnesota?
cabinet positions because it was our idea to make him supreme leader. Yeah, that's a great answer.
Vince McMahon, it's time for the final reckoning. I have presidential immunity now.
That would be funny if he his first few executions are like Vince McMahon, Triple H, and Hulk Hogan.
Well, he would kill
awesome.
Hogan. Well,
He
'cause
would kill Hulk
Jesse
Hogan, yeah.
Ventura tried to like unionize
yeah.
wrestling, and
Yeah,
Hogan
yeah.
was like, "Come on, man."
Hogan was like, I think he's
It's like I am wrestling.
What's that?
Hogan thought he was wrestling.
Yeah. Terrible.
Yeah.
Who would you pick, Scott?
Hulk Hogan. Look, I like what he did. Who would I pick as a supreme leader? Someone like Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Yeah.
but politically savvy. Who's that? Kanye West? No. I don't know. I don't know who I would pick. I like how Cornel West talks, and he wants to be involved, but
Yeah.
I don't think he could be a supreme leader
Why?
because he doesn't believe that.
Yeah.
So you just fail.
Right. So you need someone who's willing to kind of like use their power. This is what I've heard a lot: is that the left doesn't know how to use power.
Yes, yeah, like
So you need
Biden
someone
came
who
out
will-
and they were like, "You could have did something," and he didn't,
Mhm.
and that's the whole thing. They
Yeah.
just go,
Well, that's the whole joke of it, where it's, they talk about, oh, now Trump will be so powerful when he comes back. Why don't you do something,
"Of course."
Right.
And it's like, because that's not the way it's set up. They're not set. And,
Also, they want to scare us, into the idea. Now they're going to run on if Trump comes, he's going to use this, and Joe Biden has already said he's not.
Yeah. Just kill Donald Trump Jr.
Yes.
because you're
Yes.
immune, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, though.
I mean, that's the thing, and I saw like some Twitter lawyers being like, okay, they distinguish between official acts of the presidency, but it's like orders to the military, orders to Delta Force, those are official acts of the presidency. You're saying none of them can be criminalized?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's what Sotomayor said in her dissent, is like, now the president can order SEAL Team 6 to kill his opponents. And, again, some conservative lawyers or whatever say that, oh, she's exaggerating, she's being hysterical. But it's, orders to the military, that is an official, or you say, the idea is that no official, or there's a blanket immunity for all official presidential acts, and then unofficial ones have not full immunity, but like some kind of presumption of immunity, or like you have to kind of prove that this was not related to the official duties of the presidency. And again, I'm not a lawyer, but like Obama, when Obama had Anwar al-Awlaki, was an
What's
American.
his first name?
Anwar al-Awlaki.
Oh, okay.
Al-Awlaki.
All lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he had him buried in the pet cemetery and brought him back to fuck him in the ass. No, when Obama had the U.S. citizen and preacher Anwar al-Awlaki killed with a drone strike, which, by the way, we should do a future episode about this because I've started looking into it, and like that guy was on the FBI payroll, and he did have links to the 9/11 hijackers, which you can look into this. Like, we don't know exactly like what he was doing with them, but he seemed to be in their wider support network.
Yeah.
And he actually is invited to the George W. Bush White House like right after 9/11 as supposedly like a moderate Muslim. And then, he kind of goes off the grid. He shows up in Yemen. He's, giving all these speeches, recorded and distributed through the internet about killing U.S. soldiers and all that. And then Obama has him killed, and his son, and, I believe his daughter as well, with a drone strike. They're all U.S. citizens.
Son was 16, right?
Yeah. And again, this should be illegal. Well,
Based on the idea of, hey, this guy is getting dangerous?
right. See, that's the thing. Like, my conspiracy, and I'll try to prove this if we do an episode, but my conspiracy is the CIA wanted him killed because he knew some things that he shouldn't have known. He was kind of a liability, and that's why it was so important for Obama to drone strike him. Just like a guy who, like, never did any terrorism. He just gave speeches about, okay, sure, he advocated killing Americans on the internet, but even if that's illegal, like, he's a U.S. citizen, there should be due process. And what happened is, like, he knew Obama was trying to kill him, so he actually had his lawyers go into court, and say, hey, Obama has me on a drone strike list. Like, I'm a U.S. citizen. Bring me to trial. Do whatever. And Obama's Department of Justice, they go into the court and they show a judge one of these classified executive orders I was mentioning earlier. Like, they say, this is classified. We can show it to the judge, but nobody else can see it. Judge looks at it and says, I cannot rule on this. So it gets tossed out by default, and then the drone strike goes ahead and they kill him. And that's what I'm saying is, like, people don't understand how crazy the post 9/11 presidency is. George W. Bush had a U.S. citizen detained indefinitely without trial. They let him go eventually, but I believe his name was Jose Padillo. Glenn Greenwald wrote about this. But the point is, like, they can have U.S. citizens killed. They can have U.S. citizens just imprisoned indefinitely without trial. And you can say, oh, they're terrorists. But it's like, we don't fucking know any of that. We don't have any idea who was on Dick Cheney's kill list. They just decide. And so my controversial theory is that what you need is like your guy to have those powers. Like, how do you unfuck America? Well, it takes some sort of Julius Caesar figure or somebody who's like actually willing to use power on behalf of the majority of the country, as opposed to the, moneyed interests who control everything. And obviously a person like that they would try to coup him, but that's why the imperial presidency, I don't really understand, outside of mass popular uprising, like, how do you fix things within the system? You need somebody who's willing to use the presidency, some Jesse Ventura type person who's willing to use the presidency, willing to use all of these insane powers the presidency has been given, and just kind of go to war with the system through that.
Right.
And put his loyalists in, and then maybe we can restore some semblance of democracy here. I don't know.
You need someone who's willing to drive their liberal car through a Trump rally.
Yes, metaphorically.
Yeah. What do you guys put on your hot dogs? What are your two favorite hot dog toppings?
I don't like hot dogs.
You don't like hot dogs?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mom went to a couple weeks ago. I was down there in Jersey, and she got like a bunch of hot dogs from the butcher shop. My dad put them on the grill, and he like left them on for too long. And he opened the grill, and they were like doubled in size. And they're actually pretty good hot dogs. But he was like, "Oh, I left these on too long," and they were all charred and they popped. Yeah. I was like, "How fucking hard is it to cook hot dogs on the grill?"
You feel like such a man,
idiot. Yeah.
You got to show him what's up tomorrow.
I showed him what's up a couple weeks ago because I did chicken kebabs, I did a sausage, I did ribs, and I did some pork chops.
And he burnt the hot dogs.
And he burnt the fucking hot dogs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'm like, this is my house now.
Yeah. But if someone's like, eat this hot dog, and I could put any toppings in the world that I want, I would put like some chili sauce on a hot dog. I don't mind that. Yeah.
Chili, like meat chili? Or like
like a meat chili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chili and coleslaw is really good. Just want to say.
No shit.
To our listeners. Chili and coleslaw together on a hot dog is like amazing.
That does. Oh, on a hot dog. I thought you were just saying chili mixed with coleslaw and you eat it.
No, I don't know who would do that.
No, because I've had potato salad with chili, and it's like, and you mix. I mixed.
You mix it?
I mixed the chili in the potato salad, and it's like hot, cold. Oh, it's crazy. I've only done it a few times.
So you're putting mayonnaise in your chili, is what you're saying?
Well, no, I take a scoop of my potato salad.
Okay.
And then I get a scoop of my chili.
Yeah.
And then it starts happening. But yeah, like I'm not,
You don't mix it together. You put them like side by side.
They're side by side, but I mean, I mix them because the idea is I'm eating the potato salad while also chewing on chili.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Because my favorite thing to do when I have like a bowl of chili is you get the hot chili, then you get some Doritos or some tortilla chips on, and then chili, cheese, tortilla chips, then you put the sour cream on top.
Nice.
So you get the cold sour cream with the crunchy tortilla chips and the hot chili.
We're gonna have to bury Mike in the pet cemetery soon.
I come back, I'm like,
you come back as a successful podcaster. We start making way more money.
I'm like, you guys want some salad?
But yeah, no, I'm gonna have like burgers.
Hey, I'll tell you what. The show in Tacoma a couple weeks ago, I got some feedback. Some guy came up to me and he said the show is like 2019 Cumtown good.
It's good.
That's what he said about our show. That's what people are saying. That's what one guy said about our show.
Tacoma, hell yeah.
I was listening to Cumtown today. It's like, God damn, was that good? Just like,
yeah.
There's a guy who runs a YouTube channel that's just 24 hours of just episodes from it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, when you listen to the highlights, you're like impressed, but then
Sure.
you're like, God damn, how are they so good for like 2 hours, 3 hours, just not any, but a lot of random episodes. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. If we had more YouTube clips and there was more clips of our best stuff,
Yes,
it would improve the perception of the show.
it's true.
Because they would go, oh, they're so good, all the bits.
Yeah.
But we don't have the ability to do that.
I think we need to post
And we don't have
anonymously as a fan.
As a
We rip
fan?
our shit. We pretend
Okay.
we're a fan, and we go, "Oh my God, look at all of these guys are the best."
Okay.
And then we constantly post clip from a fan account,
Yeah.
but it's Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I created a Instagram troll account a couple days ago.
What?
I've been having some fun with that.
Is that real?
Yeah.
You got a burner account?
Yeah. I got a burner account. Yeah. It's just for trolling.
No.
Yeah.
So who we troll? We trolling people you know?
Yeah.
Now, how did you, when you make your friends list, right?
Yeah.
You have to
Your close
kind of,
friends
you're
list?
like a spy, right? So you have to like fake it.
You have to figure
You
out
have to
who
like
you can
make
trust.
up a character and then like follow things you maybe don't even
What do you
care
mean
about.
your friends list?
Well,
When you have a troll account?
yeah, because isn't someone going to click on your shit if you're harassing someone, which is I'm assuming what your troll account is,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Aren't they going to click on your page and see who you follow?
Who you follow? Yeah.
So isn't who you follow, doesn't it matter if you're a made up person? Don't you want to like throw them off your lead?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you follow on your troll account? Well, you can't tell us.
Just
right?
people that I
Follow on your regular account.
don't like. Yeah.
You follow like Deb.
Yeah.
Yeah, your sister.
No, not Dev. Not Dev, my sister. But yeah, and I already got blocked by somebody.
No. And they don't know who you are.
Friend. No.
That's crazy, Mike.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Wait, you're harassing people?
Yeah. And I have done that on Twitter too. People that I'm like sort of friends with, I kind of troll them. I'll like quote tweet them and reply to them as somebody else.
You just turned 37 years old.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And they don't know.
Wait,
it's
so when
me.
you argue with someone who like shits
Not
on you and you're
argue,
like, you're a
not-
faceless whatever,
Yeah.
you say to them,
I go that
you're
yeah.
also doing
I go, that's what you think.
that is amazing.
I go, that's what you think. Yeah, I'm trolling a lot of people that I am friendly with too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What a double life. This is like serial killer shit to me.
You're
You're not batting an eye
guess.
saying this.
Yeah.
No, that rocks.
I don't go too far.
You got blocked by somebody.
Because I saw a thread where people were shitting on Aaron Bushnell. And I signed it.
Bushnell's Revenge was your
signed into my
screen
alt
name.
account. Yeah.
Yeah, you send it to your alt and you're like, and by the way, I'm a black woman, so you can't get mad at this.
Yeah.
As a black
Yeah.
woman, I think this is a very racist.
The handle
thread.
is Mike Recine loves Aaron Bushnell.
He's like getting all black dick pics in
Yeah.
his
But-
DMs.
But some lady was like, "Is this the guy that set himself on fire? Why are we celebrating that?" And I said, I don't know, fatty. And then she responded.
Your ultimate troll.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then she responded and she said, "I just looked at your profile and I actually pity you." And then I kind of felt bad. I just called this older woman fat, and I apologized.
And your picture is just like Buzz Lightyear. It's
Yeah.
just something
You
random.
should have been like Aaron
Something
Bush.
random.
Aaron Bushnell set himself on fire when he saw you on Tinder.
Yeah.
Good for you, Mike. That's crazy.
Yeah. So because I had one on Twitter for the longest time, but I didn't have one on Instagram. I just made one on Instagram.
You never told me that about Twitter. That's so funny. I had one on Twitter for the longest time, and
I'm
now
up
I
to,
just
like-
got one on Instagram.
I'm up.
Mike's just admitting he's. Does everyone do this? Does
I'll
everyone
tell you
have
what.
a burner account?
I'm up to like over 60 followers on
Really?
Twitter.
Because I've heard again, like I follow wrestling, in like in a markish way, and the rumors online about a lot of wrestlers is, they all have burner accounts, and it's just like pro-Trump burner accounts because they don't want or whatever. Why would you need that? Why can't you just look at things, not click like on things? Like, what is so hard?
Me? Why would I need that?
Just
Oh,
anybody. Yeah.
I
Well,
have an
because you
answer.
want to attack people that you're friends.
Yes. Do that. Yeah, I need to know. All right, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Maybe on the Patreon, I'll tell you guys who I've trolled.
Nah, don't do that. I think
comics
Patreon.com/out.
Patreon.com/out for smokes. 'Cause
$5
there are
a
some-
month gets you a new episode every
There are
week.
some comics I'm a little fed up with,
Yeah.
and I trolled them. a little.
Well, if you're talking about Ronan, he's pretty fed up himself.
He blocked us both.
He did.
He didn't
block
block
us
me.
both,
He didn't block
yeah.
me.
Yeah. Well, he didn't block you.
No, of course
Why?
not.
Why did he block you though?
Because I post about Israel,
Yeah.
and it makes him feel bad about the horrific stance he is taking.
He is taking a horrific, and he pretends that he doesn't feel that way. Is the thing that
Yes.
bugs me the most.
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything publicly, but I'll tell you what. We sort of the cat's out of the bag now. He blocked.
Cat's out of the bag. I've been
He
trolling him.
No, actually,
4
I
months.
don't think I.
I got him to
no,
kill himself.
No,
last
he
night.
blocked. I think he blocked one of my accounts. He didn't block my troll account.
Dude, you have an army of accounts that's just
No,
you.
I have 2. I have one on Twitter, one on
Wow.
Instagram. But I need one for TikTok too, because sometimes they'll reply to your comments with a video,
Yeah,
or
you-
like I comment a lot on TikTok, so I need to
Yeah.
get one for that. Because you'll say something about Israel, and they go, "Oh, you're a failed comedian." I'm like,
Yeah.
you have to say that because I hate
Yeah.
Israel.
And you're like,
I'm not.
then you put on the other mask.
You gotta
and
put on
get
the
to-
other mask.
Yeah. You go, guess what? Sand. Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the
No,
way,
I
I'm
don't.
a black woman.
Yeah.
So I can
Oh,
say-
yeah.
I'm a black woman, by the way. No, Mike Recine is funny, and I'm a black woman, by the way. I am
You're
just
like going into a phone booth like Superman,
yeah.
coming out as a black woman trolling people on Twitter.
But I'll tell you this, Ron texted me a few months ago, and he said, he was like, well, what if I like, I've done a lot of stuff, like maybe I'm not speaking about it, but I've given money to people escaping Gaza, and I'm waiting for the right day when I'm like pissed off enough to be like, did you actually give money to people escaping Gaza? I don't think you did. I think you lied about that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was interviewed in Variety.
He had sex with prostitutes.
What are you talking about?
He pays women for sex.
How do you know this?
What?
How do you know
He
this?
said it on a podcast or something.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah. What were you saying though?
I read it on
Variety?
Yeah, what is
They put him in Variety?
Yeah, his career's doing great. But he had some
Yeah.
quote in there that I'm paraphrasing, which is like, yeah, I'm just like trying to get people to break out of the ideologies of both sides, thinking, too hard with ideology. And it's like,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. You're saying the fucking people who support Palestine don't see the gray area,
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, there's there's very little gray area.
There's very
This
little
is,
gray area.
at least 100,000 people dead, according to Electronic Intifada.
Mm-hmm.
I think this will be the worst crime of the 21st century. But whatever. What I wanted to say is I do actually totally understand Mike, because, I think the second greatest pleasure in life is like making people laugh and bringing joy to others. And then
I've been thinking about this a lot. Yeah.
the greatest pleasure
It's
in
just
life
annoying people.
is annoying people and being irritating on the internet. And when you like, you know what it is? It's like when you play Battleship, like when you were a kid and you like hit their aircraft carrier. When you like say a comment and you can tell it gets under somebody's
Gets
skin.
under their skin.
It's
yeah.
like you're 7 and you're beating your brother at Battleship again.
Yeah.
Just direct hit on his aircraft carrier.
Because it's a shame because they know you so well, so they'll kind of like, they'll lash, when you really hurt them, they'll lash
Yeah.
out at you and they'll
Yeah,
attack
yeah,
you
yeah.
personally.
Uh-huh.
But you go like, you should be able to enjoy the moment and be like, I got him.
It's so nice to ruin
I
somebody's
upset
day.
him, ruin somebody's
Dude,
day.
I've
yeah.
like lost multiple friendships because like once I find out like a button that you can push with somebody, it
Yeah.
just becomes so fun to do that
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single fucking
Yeah.
day.
You know, it's funny. A friend of mine, a comic friend of mine, just celebrated a birthday, and I wished her a happy birthday. And I said, and just if anyone's pressuring you to take Ozempic, I hope you know you're perfect the way you are. And I was like, right before I said that, I was like, nah, should I send this? Is she gonna find it funny? But I was like, nah, send it anyway. I told her, please don't take Ozempic. And she just wrote back, what the fuck? And I was like, still got it, baby. You're right. It's the best. I love.
Ronan's like, I've sent a lot of money to Palestine. Yeah, a lot of the prostitutes I have sex with support Palestine.
Yeah, I only send money to to leftist sex workers. Oh boy, I want to ask him for receipts though. Anyway, listen, no hard feelings.
Yeah, he
You're a
saved him for tax write-offs.
Yeah, it's a business. It's a business expense. But we do wish you the best.
Yeah.
We do wish you the best. You're a funny comedian.
He's a good joke writer.
You're a good joke writer. You are a good joke writer.
A lot of good joke writers are also rapists.
A lot of good joke writers. Come on, Sean.
I'm not saying that. A lot of good joke writers do pay for sex, which is rape.
There's lots of
radical feminists.
If you ask Suki's mom.
If you ask Suki's mom.
So keep doing your thing, Ronan. Keep writing good jokes and paying women to have sex with you. All right. Anyway, you know what? He shouldn't. I understand why he blocked me. There was no reason for him to block Sean.
That's why you're doing this, Mike.
Yeah, I don't like when people block.
I'm defending my friend Sean.
I'm defending my friend.
Wild. You're gonna make another account.
Because I'm pretty sure that he. What was I gonna say? I'm pretty sure he.
Eat a dog?
What?
Nothing.
Anyway,
I was just trying to change the subject.
Let's move on.
It's nice, you know.
He does have that funny joke about a lady threw a quarter at him, and he's like, and I had to pick it up. It was a quarter.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
No, yeah, RFK Jr.
But that's the only good thing you've ever done, and and it doesn't make up for all the women that you've extorted for sex.
I had to pick up that quarter. I needed to pay a trafficked woman to be raped by me with it.
Oh my gosh, idiots.
All right. Moving on.
It's just radical feminist theory. It's about time we brought it to the Out for Smokes podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Did you guys see that poll that Michelle Obama is the only Democrat who, if they replaced Biden with Michelle Obama, the only Democrat who would like crush Trump?
Mm-hmm.
And I think they should do that so that it's a two-man race.
That was a meme that you sent to the group chat.
That's great.
Oh yeah, it was.
It's like a right-wing meme, which is Michelle Obama, Trump, and the text is, "Are they ready to make it a two-man race?"
I sent that meme to my mom, and she said, "Horror."
Gosh.
Is that true? There isn't anybody who's like kind of popular.
No, I think I mean Kamala does a little bit better, but she's like down by 2 points in the polls.
It's Kamala, right?
Kamala, yeah.
Kamala.
He just refuses to respect a powerful black woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, actually, on my alt Twitter account, I am a black woman, so
All right.
I should make an alt Twitter. Actually, that's what I was thinking.
Not a bad idea.
I saw a tweet today, because I have like 40,000 followers, and so sometimes I like don't do things that I think, oh, this is going to be too mean.
Yeah.
So some guy had some tweet like, I stopped using reaction GIFs after I found that Generation Z thought they were cringe. And I just wanted to quote tweet that be, "You are a pedophile." Like, why? What do you want to talk to children? Who gives a fuck?
Dude, one of the funniest things that I ever saw on social media, our late friend Kevin Barnett, who was one of our favorite people who passed away in 2019.
Murdered by a Mexican cartel.
Murdered by a Mexican cartel. Yeah. It's neither here nor there. Yeah. But there was some post on some guy on Facebook and he had like this like actor headshot, whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, I just don't really like male comedians anymore. I just think the women are so much funnier." And Kevin just writes "coon" under his post. And the guy like freaked out. He was like, "What? Excuse me?" I hope Kevin's writing "coon" in heaven on Facebook.
Dude, the way Kevin and Jermaine would troll was perfect.
It was beautiful,
relentless and beautiful, and so funny. So funny.
Yeah.
It didn't matter who you were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Jermaine made a Facebook account like with Michael Che's photo, and he called him Michael Gay.
Michael Gay.
G-H-E.
G-H-E-Y.
So he would just like be like, "Yeah, what's up, boo?" He would talk shit to people.
He made Kevin Barnett's fat mother. He made a Facebook account.
He made
like
Claudette
that, right?
Barnett.
Claudette Barnett.
Just,
that's what
he just found like a stock photo of a Jamaican woman.
I remember that.
I thought it was called Claudette Barnett. I thought it was Kevin Barnett's fat mother for a minute.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, and then he changed. Okay, yeah.
I don't think he would go that far. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But then he made Kevin Fartnet. He just photoshopped Michael Jordan.
Dude, the Claudette Barnett thing. He would just act like he's cooking goat all the time. He's like making stew. Dude, that shit was so funny, man.
Just for the joy of like,
yeah.
But because you could do that back in the day, you could make like a fake profile and be like, it used to be fun and funny to be on social media.
Yeah.
I made one for my dad, and I was just people liked that. I just found like a stock photo.
Oh, okay.
And kind of had some fun for a few days. You know.
Yeah. I get
Anyway.
that.
I'm gonna have a troll account where I DM women pictures of Mike Racine's dick.
Mm-hmm. And why? So you can get a couple dates.
That's right.
Why? So they'll talk to you.
Yeah. That's right. I'm not working.
Wait.
Wait a minute. No, not that.
Oh my God! I didn't realize that was your dick. You want to go to Dave & Buster's with me sometime? Yes, I'm 24.
Wait,
Why don't we give this another shot?
what was the Robert Kennedy thing? I know the dog story, but the thing about his nanny, he like groped his nanny, and when they asked him about it, he was like, "Hey," like
He said, "I'm not a church boy,"
Yeah,
and then he's like,
yeah.
"But I'm not going to comment."
Yeah.
It's like, well, you could have just started with that second part. Yeah, his 23-year-old babysitter says that RFK Jr. groped her.
How old was he?
I don't know. He must have been in his 40s or 50s.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay. It wasn't like when he was a kid. He wasn't like 9.
No, he was,
no.
Oh, okay.
he was married to his wife who killed himself, or his second
Okay.
wife who
Yeah.
killed himself,
Okay,
killed
so
herself.
Herself?
Yeah. So he's not like a great guy.
Yeah, I really have a lot of egg on my face promoting and supporting him on this podcast
Wait, why did
well,
his
you
wife
didn't
kill
know.
herself?
because he was cheating on her so much.
Oh gosh, that's no reason to kill yourself.
Yeah.
Though.
She said he was a sex addict, and it's like, yeah, the New York Post found his diary.
Guy has a diary.
He had a diary.
Well, it's a shame because I could never like abuse my wife like that. Like if I cheated on Deb, she would rip my penis off like a chimpanzee.
But why is he writing these things in like a diary? I just don't understand people's.
He
brains
was
sometimes.
struggling with sex
Yeah.
addiction, and basically he kept this diary for like a year, and he would write like the name of a woman, and then or like her first name or something, and then he would have a number system from 1 to 10, which 10 meant that he had full sex with her, and then I don't know. See, that's the thing. You're a Kennedy. You have so much sex. You know the other 9 numbers. Like it would be 1 to 3 for me, just making out.
What?
Maybe a little bit of head and then sex.
So it was 1 to 9 were the acts,
Yeah,
the sexual act.
I think it's 1 to 10. Like, cause and I guess like 1 would be like the most basic, but he would record because he would like go to all these events.
Yeah, but 1 is like sniffed her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 is held hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would go to all these events, and it was just like 1 year. He had, I think they recorded 30 or 50 some women. It's like, because he would just like write about it like in terms of like a struggle, like it was an addiction, and he was in jail in 2000 for protesting. The U.S. Navy was using an island in Puerto Rico as a bombing site, and they did eventually stop. But like him and Greenpeace and others like protested because all sorts of environmental destruction and such. And so he got arrested protesting, and he writes in his diary, "It's so nice here in jail. There's no women. I don't hate women. I just love them too much.
Right.
That's the problem."
Right.
He's just writing about like how everyone in jail is so happy because there's no women around that he can cheat on his wife with.
Now we're an anti asking a woman a body count on this podcast, right?
Oh sure. Okay.
But is there a body count that if you found out that would be a deal breaker?
No, probably not. You know what it is
Yeah.
though? It's like it's not so much quantity, it's like quality. Like
Yeah.
it
'Cause
really
I feel like most women have had sex with like 50 guys.
Right.
And that's basically just like a public school class.
it just bothers you when it's like a really corny guy. Like
Does it?
well, it bothers me, yeah. Because I'm just like, ugh. Like I'm just like, if I was a woman, I wouldn't fuck this guy. So what's going
Sure,
on?
Sure.
Yeah, but doesn't that make you feel like, oh yeah, you're right. That's right, Toots. It's slim pickings out there, huh?
You're right. That's a better attitude.
See, it would bother me if I found out my wife had sex with like Hassan Nasrallah or something. You know?
But that
Also,
guy
if you have the
rocks.
option to have sex with like anybody you want, I would have sex with every type of person, you know? Like
Right.
I'd be like, oh yes, corny. I'm gonna fuck corny.
I'm gonna fuck
because I
corny,
can
yeah.
fuck everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So corny's on my list.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rich, poor,
Yeah.
middle. I'm like I'm literally like doing stats on people.
Right.
If I could fuck anybody I want,
Right.
I'm a scientist, and that's what I do. Every woman should be a fuck scientist
Yeah.
instead of a prostitute. Do
But when a
studies
woman-
when you have sex with men.
But when a woman's fucked someone funnier than you, that's tough.
Ain't never happened, bro.
Right.
Ain't
Never happened to you.
Ain't never happened.
It's never happened to you,
Can't
but
happen.
yeah.
Can't happen.
Yeah, that
No
happened.
one funnier than
That happened
these
to me when I
boys.
fucked the same prostitute Ron on Hirschberg did.
You're saying he's funnier than you. You're like, what was even the point of paying you for sex if this genius?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. There's something funny about like, yeah, if you're a comic in a relationship with another comic, you
But
could
if
have
I-
that. What? He's a fucking hack. Like, you could have the hack argument.
Yeah.
You fucked
right.
a hack.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I hooked up with a woman who hooked up with like one of the most annoying accounts on Twitter like I've ever read, and I just like, God, I gotta stop DMing women here.
Now wait a second though.
Yeah.
These are like popular names on Twitter, and
Yeah.
she's hooking up with different people on Twitter.
Sure, yeah.
That's just so funny. I know that's just the world now, but like, is it a normal name, or like she went and fucked?
You got to
like-
stop shitting where you post your anti.
You know what I'm saying? Like, did she fuck a guy who like she knows him as like a fake name on the internet?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, everyone's so silly.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, if you administer a group chat, you're alpha in the Twitter world. You have the power to ban people.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what would like really bother me though, because if my wife had sex with like Cornell West or somebody, I'd be like, all right, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
You talking about cheating on you?
No, like in her past.
Oh yeah, of course. Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying if it was like somebody, I don't know,
Yeah.
bad. I guess if it's somebody bad, probably somebody unfunny is worse.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is worse.
Yeah. I got something to tell you guys after the show. I really cannot say it here.
You can't say it on the Patreon.
I can maybe say it on the Patreon.
Maybe for $5 a month.
I can maybe
You the
say it
list.
on
Is
the
there a new?
Patreon.
Is there a new bad person in comedy doing bad things or no?
No.
Oh,
well,
okay.
there are some. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yes, there is a guy who might have R-worded a few women.
No, and he's about to be outed.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so now I'm like, do I say it?
No,
do
you
I
don't
say
say
it
it
on the
right now.
Patreon to get more subscribers, or do I say it here to keep women safe?
Well, he definitely tells us when we end this episode, and then maybe you could tell by our faces on the Patreon
Right.
who it is.
Right.
Yeah.
How about I whisper it into one of your?
okay.
Wait, what am I whispering though?
The person's
God, we're like girls at a fucking sleepover.
Yeah, I
This is so. Is this cool or is this like stupid? Anyway, we've done a lot. We've done a lot of time. Join us over on Patreon because we got a lot
Yeah.
more to talk about.
We
Find
got-
out all of our secrets. Should I? No, I don't
No,
want to
you
say it on the
can't- you can't.
podcast.
No, you
Just
can't.
be all right. Look, if you are a woman in the New York comedy scene, stay away from a guy.
If you're a woman in the New York comedy scene, pay us $5 a month
Yeah.
to find
Oh, that's
out
funny.
who you
Well,
know.
no, obviously,
no,
I'll
no,
tell
say
women
it.
in the
No.
comedy scene. I just don't want to be like, didn't that one guy win a bunch of money?
Stay away from a guy
he was
whose
a
last
rapist?
name starts with an H. No, but it's not. It's not him. It's not him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But right, didn't that the one
Just stay
rapist
away from
comic,
H names. What?
That one rapist comic who like we all knew he raped.
Who?
Didn't he win money?
You're
I don't
not.
remember
You're
his
not.
name.
Narrowing that down at all. By the way.
Oh, that's funny.
The one rapist comic that we all knew he raped.
Would it
But
be
yes.
so funny?
The articles were right about this guy.
Yeah, Aaron
I-
Glazer.
Was that his name?
Aaron Glazer. Yeah. Right.
Well,
he got money. He sued
Okay.
UCB.
Yeah, he got a bunch of money. Yeah.
He was like, "How dare you call me a rapist?"
Okay, that was his name. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be so funny if we're like, we'll say the name of this rapist comedian on Patreon for $5 a month, and then the first thing we do is, okay, it's Ron on Hirschberg.
No, it's not.
Because it's like, what is
Sean, come on.
slander?
We're
I know,
having
I know.
Slander
fun.
laws.
We're having fun saying
was
that he
trying to-
pays for sex, and now you got to imply that he's
It's not
raping
It's
women. He's not raping women.
These guys, I hate them.
except under radical.
No,
feminist theory.
he always takes it too far.
Under radical feminist theory, all sex for money is rape.
All sex for money is rape. What about
you're paying to rape a woman?
what about a lap dance?
I guess
Wait.
I would have to ask Andrea Dworkin her
Yeah.
feelings on lap dances.
Yeah.
but
Should we have Suki's mom on the show?
I would love to have Suki's mom on the show.
Okay.
Wonder. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
should
got
reach out to her.
got to reach out. Yeah.
Got to reach out. She live in New York?
She does.
Okay.
I
yeah,
think she
let's have
does,
her on the
yeah.
show.
Yeah, I'd love to. All right. All right, everybody.
Wait. On the Patreon,
Yeah.
we got. I'll read some of the RFK Jr. article about the dog meat and the groping the babysitter. He was sending nude pics to his friends while he was married of like random women.
Yeah, he there's a picture of him eating what looks like a dog, and then he said it's not a dog, but there was a veterinarian that said yes, it is a dog.
Wait, is that true?
He he says it's a goat.
He said it was a goat.
Yeah.
And he said, you are what you eat. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then there's an article in The Guardian about pornography addiction.
He was like, it's actually a cat, and then he winked at the camera. You know, because I love to eat pussy.
Dude, it's nice though that it's like Americans who are sick of the two-party duopoly, they have a third option who's even more blackmailed by Israel.
Yeah.
Who's just done even more sex crimes on Mossad cameras
Just more
than
insane.
Biden or Trump. So,
Yeah.
you know, don't say we don't have choices in the democracy.
Right.
And then there's an inmate in the UK who was filmed having sex with a prison guard.
Mm-hmm.
And the prison guard was married, and the inmate has a 7-month pregnant girlfriend. So maybe we'll read a bit of that article over on patreon.com/outforsmokes.
Great.
Oh, happy 4th.
Happy 4th. See your family, eat a hot dog. Chili, I'm telling you, chili and coleslaw together on the hot dog are great. Maybe some red sweet peppers, maybe some potato chips. Go nuts with your hot dogs. You only live once.
Ooh, potato chips on a hot dog is good. I've had that. You crush the
Right?
potato chips? Yeah.
Yeah. And, yeah, that's it. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you on Patreon.